Hello and welcome back to another episode of my real-world aero testing. This week we're going to be testing gloves. These are the TT specific gloves from Castelli, the Rosa Corsa gloves, and they cover these three fingers. So these three fingers get covered completely and you keep your index finger free to be able to change gears. So these are designed specifically for time trials to be super aero. And I'm going to compare these very specific time trial design gloves with no gloves. So I went out and did the two tests. The CDA for the gloves came back as 0.212, and with no gloves it was 0.207. So the gloves are slightly slower than not wearing gloves. So it appears that it's better to wear no gloves. The saving is about 5.1 watts, which equates to 5.1 watts at 40 kilometers an hour, or 25.9 seconds over a 40k TT. It's a very small difference in CDA. So if it was a cold day, I probably would go for the gloves, but as I'm in Qatar, I don't need to use them very often. The next test I did was for two different bottles. The first bottle was the Elite Chrono CX Aero bottle, and this goes down. I put this on the down tube, and I wanted to compare this to the Profile Design FC35 that you can see on my time trial bike over there, and that goes out in front between the time trial bars. I've done this test before, but now I've got the Aeropod. I wanted this to validate the results. The Elite came back with a CDA of 0.217 and the Profile Design came back with 0.210. So that means at 40 kilometers an hour, the FC35 is about 7.2 watts faster at 40 kilometers an hour, which equates to about 35 seconds over a 40k time trial. So that's a significant improvement just by having the Aero bottle in front, and that's consistent with a lot of modern time trial bikes, specifically for triathlon, because it's not UCI legal. A lot of time trial specific bikes that are designed for triathlons will have that bottle out in front as a standard feature, like the Giant Trinity Advanced Pro. That time trial specific bike for triathlon has the integrated bottle out front, and the Profile Design FC35 and also the FC25, they have the same concept. So that having that box, that arrow pointing out in front of you, helps reduce your CDA, helps smooth the airflow over the rest of your body. The last test I did was the revalidation of the two different skin suits that I have. This time I tested both skin suits with a race number. I have the little race magnets that clip on to the number, and I use that to pin the number to the back of my Team GB skin suit. So I did the test with that number, and then the encapsulator has the little pocket that the number slips inside. So this time the difference was much less. For the Team GB skin suits, the CDA was 0.21 and the encapsulator was 0.217. So that means the encapsulator was still slower, but it was much closer than last time. Now it's a difference of about 2 watts or about 10 seconds over a 40k time trial. So this is within the margin of error. So they're pretty much the same performance. Now, having spoken to a few people and looked into it in a bit more detail, I believe the reason the Team GB is faster for me than the encapsulator is because of the fit. The Team GB is very tight on me. I struggle to stand up straight in it, which is how a time trial suit is supposed to be, whereas the encapsulator is much more comfortable. I can stand up, and when I'm riding, I can feel the chest flapping a little bit, and it also bunches a little bit at my hips. So it's clearly not the best fit for me. I need a smaller time trial suit. The size I got was a medium. According to the sizing chart from Endura, I'm on the border between small and medium, and I'm 6'1", 185 centimeters tall. So it surprised me that I was so close to a small, but a small is what I should have gone for. And if I do decide to invest the money again, I'll buy a small in future. So that's it. Next time I will be testing the Aeropod. I'll be doing some consistency runs. I'll be testing my test protocols and to see how reliably the Aeropod produces its data. So that should help give some confidence to the results that we see. So until next time, bye.